2:17 a.m., house dark except the blue glow of his phone on the nightstand. I opened the messages and the very first one from Jessica Redheart said, "Let me know when she leaves so I can come over." My hand started shaking so hard the screen blurred. But something in my chest went perfectly still. I took screenshots, forwarded them to my own email. And 3 weeks later I mailed printed copies to every person who ever called him a good man. If you've ever found the proof and decided silence was your sharpest weapon, hit that subscribe button right now. This is the quietest, cleanest, church lady-approved cheating revenge ever executed. And yes, baby, I'm the wife who delivered it. My name is Denise Marie Williams, 53 years old, married 29 years to Ronald Williams, deacon, plant supervisor, everybody's favorite barbecue man. To the world we were the perfect couple from Jackson, Mississippi. To me, for the last 18 months, we were a lie. It turns Denise from smart wife into a woman viewers will cry with, then cheer for. It started with the little things that only a wife of 29 years would notice. The way he stopped reaching for my hand during prayer at the dinner table. How his phone went from sitting on the counter to living in his pocket like a second heartbeat. The nights he came home smelling like cocoa butter lotion I never bought. I told myself it was stress from the plant, that the new cologne was just a midlife thing, that the distance was normal after so long. But my body knew before my mind did. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. with my chest so tight I had to sit on the side of the bed just to breathe. I'd walk to the kitchen, pour a glass of water I didn't drink, and stare at the family portrait above the fireplace, him holding me up like I weighed nothing, both of us laughing at something our son said right before the shutter clicked. That picture started to feel like evidence in a crime I hadn't reported yet. Then came Mother's Day 2024. I was 52. He forgot. Not a card, not a text, not even a Happy Mother's Day mumbled over coffee. He came in at 11:47 p.m. with a bouquet of gas station roses and a lie about inventory running late. I smiled, kissed his cheek, put the roses in water, and cried in the shower so hard my knees buckled. That was the first time I admitted to myself something was wrong. Not drifting, wrong. The next Sunday at church I watched Jessica hug him a full 8 seconds longer than necessary after service. She had the nerve to walk over and say, "Miss Denise, you look tired. You okay?" while her hand was still on his arm. I smiled so wide my cheeks hurt and said, "Bless your heart, baby, I'm just fine." Inside I felt something crack wide open. 4 months I carried it alone. I'd cook his favorite oxtails and watch him eat while I pushed food around my plate, stomach in knots. I'd fold his work shirts and find long blonde hairs that weren't mine and put them in a Ziploc bag in my nightstand like a crazy person. I'd sit in the car after grocery shopping and sob until my mascara ran black rivers down my wrists. I prayed on it. Lord, did I pray? I asked God to fix my marriage, to soften Ronald's heart, to remove the desire of another woman from him. But every time I opened my Bible it fell to Proverbs 6, the 7 things the Lord hates, hands that shed innocent blood, a lying tongue. And every time I closed it, I heard a quieter voice whisper, "Protect yourself, Denise." I started sleeping in the guest room because of my snoring. I lost 18 pounds in 2 months, people said I looked good, asked for my diet. I told them grief. They thought I was talking about something else. The night I found the messages, I wasn't even looking for them. Ronald was in the shower singing off-key like he used to when we were happy. His phone buzzed. I picked it up to silence it, and the lock screen cleared to the very text that ended everything. "Let me know when she leaves so I can come over." Followed by a peach emoji and a heart. I stood there naked in my soul while the water ran in the bathroom, reading 2 years of betrayal spelled out in blue and green bubbles. Them laughing about my church hats. Him sending her money for rent while telling me we were tight this month. Her sending him pictures in lingerie I would never wear because I thought he liked me natural. Him replying, "Can't wait to start our real life." I felt my heart break so completely that the pain stopped hurting and turned into something colder. Something surgical. I forwarded every thread to my secret email. I sat on the edge of the bed until the shower stopped. When he walked out with the towel around his waist, humming, I looked up and smiled the calmest smile of my life. "You okay, baby?" he asked. I said, "Never better." And that was the exact moment the old Denise died. And the one writing this story was born. I didn't cry anymore after that night. I planned. For 3 weeks I cooked his favorite meals: smothered pork chops, 7-cheese mac, peach cobbler with the lattice crust. I kissed him goodbye every morning. I said I love you like I meant it. While he slept, I worked. I printed every text, hundreds of pages, in color. I highlighted the worst ones in pink. I made 6 identical packets. Packet 1, his boss and HR, because company policy forbids supervisor-subordinate relationships. Packet 2, his mama and all 4 sisters. Packet 3, our pastor and the entire deacon board. Packet 4, the church announcement WhatsApp group, 1,147 members. Packet 5, Jessica's fiancé, yes, she was engaged. Packet 6, my lawyer, with divorce papers already signed. I waited for the annual family reunion, first weekend in July, 112 people under the pavilion at LaFleur's Bluff State Park. Ronald stood up to pray over the food like he always does, eyes closed, voice booming. "Lord, bless this family." That's when I hit send on the scheduled emails and walked to the mailbox on the corner with the 6 manila envelopes. By the time he said amen, phones started buzzing. First his boss, "Ronald, we need to see you in the office Monday. Bring your badge." Then his mama screaming across the picnic tables, "Ronald James, what in God's name is this?" waving the pages like a fan. Jessica's fiancé stood up, read 2 lines, and threw his plate at her head. Ronald's face went gray. He looked at me and whispered, "Denise, what did you do?" I took a slow bite of my potato salad and said, "Baby, I just let the truth get some fresh air." Monday he was fired for conduct unbecoming. Tuesday the church removed him from the deacon board. Wednesday Jessica's fiancé left her at the altar, literally walked out during the rehearsal dinner. I kept the house, the retirement, and every dime we saved. He moved into a 1-bedroom off County Line Road. Last I heard Jessica got demoted to the warehouse. Me? I took the settlement money, painted every room in the house the colors he hated, and started traveling. First stop, Santorini, Greece, sunset dinner, glass of wine, phone on airplane mode. Silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's just the pause between lightning and thunder. That's how Miss Denise turned screenshots into sweet freedom. If this fed your soul and you're petty, smash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. In the comments tell me the wildest text you ever found that changed everything. I always read every last one.